Welcome to Unlock Your Retirement, powered by the WealthKare Investment Center. We believe that investing in knowledge pays the best interest, especially when it comes to your retirement. On this program, our team of elite advisors will share a wide range of unique and powerful strategies designed to maximize your retirement finances and help you create a life of purpose and fulfillment. The time to unlock your ideal retirement is now. Let's get started.
All right, welcome back. Next, we're going to cover another one of our myths, which is number 4 today. My Social Security benefits won't be taxed. I'm going to let Chris go into a little bit more detail on this one.
All right. And just a reminder to download this ebook, go to unlock12.com. That's unlock12.com, and that's where we're covering these myths from today. So Social Security and taxation. You know, before the early 1980s when I was born, Social Security was always tax-free. That changed in 1984. And it's kind of a complicated situation to figure out how much, or complicated formula to figure out how much of your Social Security will be taxed because, you know, the government can't make anything easy for us. So depending on your Social Security income and then your other income you receive, all your other income, so whether that's pensions, IRA distributions, annuity payments, anything like that. Notice I did not say Roth IRA distributions. If you as a married couple make more than $32,000, up to 50% of your Social Security will be taxable. If you make over $44,000, then, and that was added in 1993, up to 85% of your Social Security will be taxable. So they do let you keep 15% of your Social Security benefits that come in completely tax-free. So
wow, how generous. Gee, thank you very much, Uncle Sam.
They give you a little bit of a break everywhere, you know? Those numbers haven't moved either since the early 90s. I've been in the business now since 2005. And those have been the same numbers since I've been, helping retirees. So, we often see now that just Social Security will push some couples into having taxable Social Security. So it's a great reason to have an enhanced plan that, can work to eventually reduce or eliminate those taxes and take your retirement planning to the next level to get some tax-free benefit during your retirement on Social Security.
Yeah, and we talked about states in the previous myth there, so this one gets really interesting, and I was shocked by this. I think we forget sometimes living in Pennsylvania that I remember growing up, there's always Pennsylvania, land of taxes. And this is one of those few areas where they're really good to retirees. You don't pay state income tax on your Social Security benefit because it is a retirement benefit. But if you're in the states of, for people looking at watching the show on YouTube or listening to the podcast, if you're in Colorado, Connecticut, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Rhode Island, Vermont, Utah, or West Virginia, they actually provide, you're going to be taxed on your Social Security income in those states. So, you have the thresholds where the federal government's going to tax you and take a chunk of that money, so you don't get to spend 100% of your benefit, and then the state takes an additional chunk. So the myth that your Social Security benefits won't be taxed, and we hear that often. We even hear sometimes people think their IRA is not going to be taxed. So knowing what your tax is, what does your personal tax picture look like for your exact situation? Regardless of how your retirement is set up, whether you have 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, 403bs, whatever, all of these mysterious, wonderful numbers that we have, at the end of the day, how much of it is taxable? What does that bill look like? And what does that bill look like with forward-looking tax management to reduce or eventually eliminate taxes during your retirement years?
Okay. And one thing that my father also explained there for a few moments, if you see something on here or you hear something that you would like to go back and watch again or hear again, you can visit us on YouTube at Unlock Your Retirement. Also, you can download our podcast at Unlock Your Retirement. So a little bit more information there. You can pull up some of our older shows as well. We'll have everything on there for you. Next myth that we're going to get into, this is a question that we got. I'm a federal employee, so I only have to pay taxes on the money I put into the thrift savings plan. I'm going to let my father go into depth on this one a little bit.
Yeah, this one, we hear this one from time to time, and I mean, everybody, again, taxes are something somewhat foreign to us, other than we pay them. But so here's a federal employee, and a lot of times people contribute to the federal program. They think the government's program is different tax wise for some reason than an IRA or a 401k is. So they have what's called the Thrift Savings Plan, the TSP, and a lot of times people are thinking that it's I put the money in there, I have to pay tax on for example, let's say there's $200,000 in their TSP plan. They put $100,000 of their money in, and they said, okay, well, I pay tax on the $100,000 that I contributed, but the rest of that money I don't pay tax on it. And no, that's not true. The fact is that you contributed $100,000 and it was not taxed when you put it in there. But not only do you have the tax on that $100,000 you put in because you didn't pay tax when you put it in, you're also going to pay tax on the $100,000 of growth. That's not been taxed yet. And you're thinking, well, that hasn't been taxed yet, so do I really have to pay tax on it? Trust me, the IRS will not forget. They will find you. They'll be more than glad to send you the bill. So, if you want to withdraw this money, this $200,000 over all at once, and I think that's a big one, is that federal employees and a lot of people that are in either state government plans, federal government plans, it seems like one of the things that almost goes hand in hand is people reach retirement age and they have a mortgage. And they come to us all the time and they're like, I want the mortgage paid off. My father and my mother taught me, you pay off that mortgage because people lost their homes in the Great Depression. And let's say you have a $60,000 balance on that account. That federal employee doesn't understand that to get that $60,000 out, they've got to settle up with the tax man for that amount too. And maybe it's going to cost them, $20,000 in taxes or $10,000 in taxes. What do you mean I have to take out 70 to get 60? And it becomes a point of ill will, if you will. So the myth, I only have to pay tax on the money that I put into, in this case, thrift savings plan or any retirement plan. No, the fact is that in most cases you've deferred those taxes, and you either pay the tax now or you pay the tax later. And most of these retirement plans are pay taxes later at the worst time in life during your retirement.
And people will, whether you pay the taxes, your spouse pays the taxes, or, if this money passes on to your heirs, they're going to pay the taxes as well. So, just having that advanced plan and knowing what that lifetime tax bill of those dollars are, you can really help come up with a plan to reduce those and over your lifetime or over that retirement plan's lifetime, to include the next generation as well.
We're going to move on to another section here. So we have another one of our myths, which is my retirement income will be taxed at one rate. Taxes have become very complicated in a lot of people's eyes, and this is a question that we've heard quite a few times, actually. So I'm going to let Chris go into this one.
That is a total myth. You're going to have tax-free income. You're going to have taxable income. You have different rates on different things. And as Bruce talked about earlier, now we have layers of taxes. We talked earlier about, before 1984, Social Security was tax-free. Now you have taxes on that, and it's special formula to get there. So you kind of get these layers of how much Social Security do I have tax-free? If I take an IRA distribution, how is that taxed, and what does it do to the rest of my income? And then, some people, hey, you have your retirement plan, but you've also saved taxes in an outside retirement account. So you have like a joint account or an individual account where you have some stocks and bonds. So you got to worry about, is it a capital gain? Is it interest? Is it a dividend? I have municipal bonds. Then you get into, for your higher income earners, you have the Obamacare tax, that additional 2.8%, for anyone making over $250,000. You have Medicare surcharges, which technically aren't a tax, but come on, we're giving money to the government, so are we really going to split hairs at this point on that part? So and then you might have some losses too that help reduce your taxes. So taxes are interwoven in every part of your retirement and every decision you're going to make for your income in retirement. And it's not something simple that, hey, I'm going to owe 10%. You really got to be mindful of the different things and how they could affect you.
I think we had a gentleman in last week where we were actually offsetting his capital gains with some losses. So basically doing some loss harvesting to help offset that. So I know that was a strategy that we had to put in place because it's been a good year.
Yeah, and I think the one that goes along with this, and we see this on a lot of the self-directed, when somebody is managing their own IRA, I've heard this one too many times, is they'll have municipal bonds or they'll have dividend stocks in their IRA or in their retirement account, and the idea, that's special tax treatment. No, if it's in your IRA, every dollar that comes out, Uncle Sam doesn't look at any special calculation. It's ordinary income. And people can really be defeatist if you have tax-free, low-yielding items in your IRA account, and then say, wait a minute, but I'm still paying a higher tax rate, the ordinary income. I'm not getting the tax-free benefit from it. So, making sure it's the right program. And my God, we're up to the end of the second segment here. Where does it go?
Wow, that was quick.
It is fast, yeah.
Just a reminder, you can go to unlock12.com. That's unlock12.com to download the ebook we're discussing today, Tax-Free Retirement, that's going over the 10 myths of retirement income. You can also call 888-888-5601 to schedule a 20-minute discovery call with one of our team here, and we look forward to returning after this short break.
Thank you for joining us on Unlock Your Retirement, powered by the WealthKare Investment Center. Ready to take the next step? Download your free ebook at unlockfreebook.com and learn how to reduce market risk, lower your retirement taxes, and maximize your lifetime retirement benefits. For expert guidance, connect with one of WealthKare's elite advisors by calling 888-888-5601. or visit unlockyourretirement.com. Don't miss our next episode of Unlock Your Retirement, where your financial future takes center stage.
And now the part that the attorneys love.
Fee-based financial planning and fiduciary services are offered by WealthKare.com Inc., a Pennsylvania-based investment advisor. Tax-free refers to federal income tax treatment only and may not apply to state, local, or specialized taxes. Tax impact varies by individual and should be considered before transactions. Case studies are hypothetical and do not guarantee results. Recommendations are based on each client's unique data. WealthKare and Bruce Smith are not affiliated with the Social Security Administration or any government agency. All content is informational and should not be used for financial decisions. Unauthorized use is prohibited.